Hey Chicks on Fire, Gentana here with more mental vitamins. Today we're going to continue our topic on SPARK goals, and what we'll be going into is specific and supported goals. Now, I'm going to explain to you why it's important to not only have specific goals, but what supported goals are. Because too often when we create a goal, we mainly create goals based on immediate gratification or what we think we should really be focusing on, once again, to maybe bring us more money or better love or better career choices. However, the goals that we put together each month, that we select each day, aren't necessarily the goals that will support our main big goal. Now imagine that one of your goals is to carry a tray of drinks from one side of the room to somebody on the other side of the room. Only you're wearing roller skates, there's marbles on the floor, and then there's a hole. So when you try to reach the other side of the room, first of all, you're carrying the tray and you're all wibbly wobbly, and then you skate into the marbles. You fall over and then you roll into the hole. And then next time you decide, okay, maybe I should take off the skates, and you still have the marbles. Now you walk, you're able to balance the tray, but then you slip on the marbles and then into the hole. And then you realize, okay, you need to clean up the marbles. So now you're walking, but you still don't notice the hole and you fall into the hole. And then next time you finally realize you need to take off the skates, you need to clean up the marbles, and you need to avoid the hole in order to reach your goal to getting to the other side of the room. It's the same thing with our goals too. Think about what goals it is that's going to support your main big goal. Okay, so this is how you start. First of all, think about what your big goal is, what your ultimate goal is. If you can't really think about what your ultimate long-term goal is, then think about more of a short-term goal or some goal that you want to reach next year. So this is going to be your big goal. And now you want to be very specific on what your goal is. Okay, so let's take, for example, if you want to write a book. Complete my book by February 24th, 2014. Okay, so that's specific. We have complete my book. We have a date, February. We have a day, the 24th. And we have a year, 2014. Okay, next, once you have your big goal, you want to create your supporting goals. And these are going to be the goals that you work on day to day, week to week, month to month, that's going to bring you closer and closer to your ultimate big goal. So you ask, how do I create a supporting goal? And I know how that is. I don't know about you, but many times in the past when I would try to create little goals, I would sit there and I could not figure out what goals I needed to do in order to get to my larger goal. So you're going to learn a great technique here. This is going to just blow you away and show you how to get to your supporting goals so you'll know what to do day by day, week by week. Okay, so here's how. Da-da-da! You're going to turn your saboteurs into your supporters. Now, what are your saboteurs? Your saboteurs are the emotional stuff, the issues, the bad habits, anything that has blocked you in the past from reaching your goals. In other words, it's your roller skates, your marbles, and your holes. So now how you're going to do this is you're going to write down the emotions or actions that have sabotaged your goals in the past. Okay, so here are some examples. So let's go back to the big goal of writing a book by February 24th, 2014. So now, what are some of the things that may have blocked you in the past from even getting the book started or sticking with that goal? Let's say one of your saboteurs was fatigue. Maybe another saboteur was you could never find the time. You just could never figure it out. You could never get around to it. Maybe another sabotaging trait was you would get depressed. you'd feel down on yourself, you'd go into a pity party, and you would just give up because you think, what's the use? And maybe another saboteur is you got overwhelmed. It just seemed like there was so much to do. There was so much information to learn while writing a book. So therefore you stopped in your tracks. So let's go ahead and choose as one of the supporting goals, no time. So you take that and you ask yourself, okay, how is it that I'm going to figure out how to manage my time? So right here, let's say we're going to do October goals here. So to manage my time better, I decided I'm going to create a scheduling system by October 5th. And in that scheduling system, maybe I'll use my bling bling scheduling thing, which is my cute mini iPad that I showed you before. And I'm really going to get into using it and making it fun. So that's one of my goals. And then the next goal related to managing my time and creating more time is I'm going to estimate how long my daily tasks take to do. In other words, I'm going to figure out how long it takes me every day to do my social media postings, to do my client calls, to do my housework, even to wash my face and have my breakfast. So now I'm going to be able to go into my bling bling scheduling thing and be able to write down, for example, eat breakfast at 10 a.m., spend about 30 minutes on that. Wash my face and shower, 30 minutes on that. Go on to Facebook and do postings, spend about 20 minutes on that. So by having a list, or at least a guesstimate time of how long it takes me to do everything, it's much more simple for me to schedule into my bling bling scheduling thing. And by the way, if you're not exactly accurate, don't worry about it, because when you first start doing this, there's going to be a lot of editing and re-editing until you really get comfortable, until you really get into the flow and it starts to feel natural for you. Okay, and then the next thing is scheduling in 30 minutes writing time by October 8th. So now, once I've got everything scheduled into my bling bling scheduling thing, I know what I do normally, I know what my normal routine is. I'm now able to take a look at my calendar and find where I can squeeze in that 30 minutes. Even if it's only twice a week, maybe if it's once a week, as long as I dedicate that 30 minutes to it, then I'll be able to get started on the writing. And by doing this, I've now figured out what my saboteur is, and I've nipped it in the bud right there. I've just taken care of it, and once I take care of my saboteur goals, then I'll be able to get closer and closer and closer to the heart of my goal, to all of the main big things that it takes to really achieve my goal, my ultimate main goal that I want. So tomorrow we'll be talking about passion and persistence. How to keep passionate about a goal to keep you persistent to keep moving.